Welcome to the MezoCav Inaugural Tournament. This is game one between Martin, known as LannaMarty in the red, and Pat, known as GKP, Great King Pat in the blue. This is the round robin stage of the tournament. Every player will play every other player for 2 games, game 1 being Green Arabia, game 2 being Arena. At the end of the round robin, we'll figure standings for the Final 4, which will be going into a best of 3 and best of 5 format. But right now, we are playing game 1 of this series between Pat and Martin. And it looks like they've gone for their traditional preferences. So Martin is very comfortable with Franks, the most common civ he will play. Pat is very comfortable with Mayans, the most common civ he will play. So Pat is very formidable with Mayans. He has been rusty recently, so he's had some time. And he looks like he might be back in form. Looking at the map, Pat has his main goal a little bit off to the side. Other than that, his secondary goals are in horrible positions, absolutely horrible positions. Thankfully, they get the Mayans get their extra 20% resources. That will be very, very good. Let's see if Pat's seen this boar yet. Yeah, he does see that boar. Because those goals are disgusting. Over here for Martin. So Martin has a secondary gold on the back and another secondary gold on the back. This is a little bit out of the way. That one's fairly protected. His main gold is out front, and we could easily see this quickly becoming unusable if Pat were to bring crossbows and stuff like that forward, but I would definitely prefer Martin's map. Stone's very much to the front. Over here, Stone's very much to the front. So neither of these players have good maps. They are both very, very ugly maps. But I would definitely prefer Martin's just a little bit. We are currently at 15 villas each. Looks like both boards. Nope. Martin's still waiting on a board, but Martin has gone for early gold. This is incredibly early for gold. Unless you're going mid-arms or something like that, like mass mid-arms, there should be no reason to have 3 villagers on gold this early. He's bringing in his second board. So Martin's sitting with, let's see, 2 on his berries, 8 on his board with another farm. So Martin's definitely playing the feudal castle age at this point. But if he wants to get there, he's going to have to wall. Because we are getting 18 bills. That's very, very close to our 21 to 22 when we click up. And yeah, he is definitely not in a position at this point to be needing these resources that he's collecting and investing in. Looking over at Pat, Pat is definitely set on getting to his feudal age fast and efficiently. So he has his early barracks coming out. He only has 2, well, it looks like he has 3 on wood, but one of them is being very efficient. That unfortunately happens a lot in these times. Just chilling. We'll see how long it takes before he actually starts doing what he's supposed to. But other than that, pretty much everyone else Pat has is working on food. Pat might find a little bit less wood than he's expecting when he gets to feudal because of that villager. It'll be interesting to see how it works out. So here come the walls. Those are good. These walls will definitely protect Martin. Unfortunately, they won't protect him from archers when it comes to the gold. That might be why he's going with gold really early. Get enough gold to go to castle, maybe build a couple knights. But the wall is good. A good start. Other than Martin's first 2 houses, he has put his houses quite strategically and deliberately quite strategically. So that's definitely a good sign. So that house could actually block him just maybe 1 tile farther. So we already have some units coming out. This is maybe a man-arms rush. So 3 militia going now and on the way to feudal for Pat with more vills. Martin is also on the way to feudal. So this is pretty common for Pat. He's going to go man-at-arms rush into archers. Very, very strong. Push with any civilization, but especially with your Mayans. And he's get a little extra food by milling those deer. Thankfully, it's not a completely long haul. It's a little longer than we want normally, but it's thankfully not a completely long haul. The one issue Pat has right here is he does not have enough wood at this point for a archery range. So until he gets an archery range up and going, he will be a little bit stalled. He's getting a lot of gold, which is good, but he needs 170 for archery range. And it looks like he has enough food to last for a little while right now. Looking at Martin. So Martin has 1 and 2. You might want to bunch them together. Going forward, I don't know if you saw the man-at-arms earlier. I'm curious if Martin's going up to. So Martin is not checking into man-at-arms. Very interesting choice. He might lose a bill if he's not careful. And yep, looks like that's going to happen. So bill goes down, and he's probably lose 2 militia too. So wisely brings him back. This would be a good point to quick wall. So Martin is doing lots of good late game choices at this point, but unfortunately this is early game. You don't need all that stuff at this point. So like you have some stone going here, that'll be great for when you get to castle, get your castle up, but you've got to survive the feudal age, and that's a very difficult thing against Pat. That being said, Pat didn't do the mistake of walking under the TC, and he has lost his entire rush. So he did delay Martin for a while, and it'll probably take a while for Martin to get his villagers back to what they're supposed to be doing. But he lost his rush way too quickly. Martin is leaving a perfectly good man-at-arms back there. Back home, Pat does have that gold, the wood now for the archery range, and those archers will completely destroy the man-at-arms. So it looks like it's going to be a pretty even trade from both of them. That being said, Martin is now down 4 bills, so he lost the one that we know of to Pat, and it looks like he might have had a little inefficiency during that time also. Pat building spearmen, that's great against scouts, but we haven't seen a scout yet from Martin. That is not good against man-at-arms. Thankfully, the man-at-arms are staying there doing nothing. So double archery range, if you look, 5 archers coming out right there. None here yet. I wonder if they put the match on SQ or MQ. That stands for single queue or multi-queue, so that they should know. It looks like they're not better. But those archers are going to be coming out fast now, and it shouldn't be long for enough archers to be done. You only need 2 or 3 to absolutely destroy those men-at-arms. Pat sees it coming from a mile away, sticks the wall out. Good choice on the wall. And yeah, there should be more than enough archers to cause damage. That being said, there's a little bit of harass, not enough to actually affect anything. But we might actually have a trap right here. All you have to do is move those archers forward. And stone walls. Someone's going big time. Stone walls all the way across. It looks like someone wants to get a castle without being disturbed. That's good. The only issue is he has, well, if he walls right, he can get this gold. But this gold, he will not be able to use for a while. It'll be very interesting to see if there's a hole right there. Probably not, but it could be interesting. All right, meanwhile, archers back over here, cleaning up the men-at-arms with ease. It's like one got away, but he shouldn't survive for long. So at this point, looking at military, we have 2 military for Martin, 11 for Pat. That is 3 spears and 8 archers. That is going to be a force to be reckoned with. And he will probably move those forward in a matter of seconds. Looking at Pat's economy, he's got a whole ton of gold and wood invested in his production right now, which is not a huge issue. He doesn't need a lot of gold and wood for anything else really right now. But he does need to start his farm production a little bit faster. He currently has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He needs 6 to maintain that 10 counts there. So there's a 6. And he'll need more than that to actually get enough food to start increasing and going up. Pat now looking to go forward. He will run into stone walls, some of them more effective than others. So good thought, but if you look, looks like Martin's seeing now what he did. So yeah, like I said, you do that, and great. So good stone walls. So here's the issue again. End of the day, that means he can't use that gold once the archers come. This wall right here will mean that he can get that gold. That's incredibly inefficient for those villagers to walk all the way out here just to get gold. Especially if Pat goes to castle faster and gets out like a ram or a magnet or something. And oh my goodness, this wall might not get closed off. At the very least, to lose a villager, but let's check and see. Is that closed off? Let's look. Nope. Martian just let in all those troops. That is going to hurt bad. That being said, Martin is Castle Age. Again, a hole in the wall, but he is Castle Age. 2 knights out. 120 hit points, 10 attack, 4 attack on archer, 3 on a spear, but spears do get that bonus. So we're going to lose some builds. Now this is going to be messy for Martin, but he should win it. It'll be very interesting to see if he ever figures out that there's a hole as well there. So this got some spears building against MezoCav. Again, not needed. They're Mezo. They don't get cav, guys. I promise they don't keep cav. Well, unless they convert, which is possible. Alright, so first defensive upgrades on those knights, none other. No upgrades on the Mayan militia yet, and no upgrades on the archers either, so no upgrades at all. And we're about to lose the knight right here. Get the knight out. No, get the knight out. Come on. No, not needed there. Good fight for Martin. I don't like that he's running straight into the spears. At the same time, he does have Pat at a point where he is between these two snares. I don't think he planned this on purpose, but now that it's here, not going to complain. Perfect space between the two snares to do some damage. And Pat right here has a couple in the base which will continue to harass. Not do much, but they will cause harassment. Looking at Pat's time, Pat is not gone feudal yet. Despite having 1,400 food, 6,000 gold. He has not picked up for castle yet. There he goes. Finally clicked. Now what you can do with food and gold? Well, you could go into champions, or you could go into spear's a good choice. Again, though, that's a trash unit, so he should be looking at his wood and food and making sure those are used at this point. So Martin is taking control of the map using walls, not efficient walls as we saw right here, with the gap that is still open. But we'll see if Pat figures out that later on and sends some eagles in there or something. Alright, still just +1 defense on the knights. Still no upgrades on the Mezo unit. Do we even have a blacksmith? We do not have a blacksmith yet for Mezo units. So, because they're completely different units right now, it's not a huge issue, but that could become an issue later. Right now, bulk of the army is more important than your upgrades. And your upgrades would be important eventually once you get to Well, it'd be more important if you're playing against each other, like if you're playing against similar units. But when you have units that are counters, again, not as important yet. So Martin has 1,000 food and 500 gold. And the one thing that you should always learn about Age of Empires is you don't want to bank it. Do not bank your resources. Build resources. Build stuff. 4,000 food, 4,000 gold, that's great, but you gotta build units. It looks like he's finally actually building the units now. Oh, he built one. So I don't know where all the food he spilled just went to. We'll see. I don't see. Nope. Alright, so if I saw this, I'd have to guess that was a forward castle. He has enough. And those are a lot of pikemen. Those will destroy those knights in a moment. And again, the walls. The walls! Martin, the walls! You need walls that work, not walls that look pretty. Unfortunately, these walls just look pretty. That being said, that is a forward castle, folks. That is a very forward castle. And this could be the game for Martin. He has the knight, but he can't stop that castle. And he has no counter units. He needs, again, 2 knights coming at a time is not enough to do anything. Especially a pikeman right there. He is putting the castle up in response. 2,000 versus 800, 900, 1,000. Ooh, this will be close. This will be close. The big issue is both castles will go up. Yeah, both castles will go up, I expect. But that's still inconveniencing Martin. This castle will not inconvenience Pat, but will inconvenience Martin. This castle will get the hill bonus, but this is delaying a huge part of Martin's economy. Martin can get the gold over these low resource areas, but it's delaying a huge part. So that is 2 holes in the wall that Martin is not seeing at all. All he has to do is make sure that a unit can go out. So trick about the walls and build the walls, get a unit, see if they, and then click outside the wall. So if they walk toward the wall, there's usually a hole. If they walk away from the wall, it means they're looking for an alternate route. Hey, look at this. We got petards coming out, people. We might have a castle going down soon. So Martin doing nothing. Martin has almost no food. That is a huge issue. Martin was going crazy on gold. So you gotta have a balanced economy. Let's look over here. We have no wheelbarrow, double bit, stone. So, but meanwhile, we're watching for the petards. 3. Already building a town center here. So why are you bringing the petards out? That's an issue. You don't want them to keep them hidden. Bringing them out, you can see them. Okay. So we can blow down a house. Yay, but see, he could have kept them hidden, and then Martin would have no idea what's going on. So Pat's definitely going to push this back, destroy these, but the issue is that Martin, if he's paying attention, would definitely see what's going on. So Martin going heavy on the gold again. That's great. You need more than gold, though, for your calves. I don't want to leave here. I want to see those petars come out. 6. So archers and petards. Pat's economy pretty much unharassed. Martin's totally off on 2 of his areas. He is making bills still. I don't want to lose. Making bills still. Let's go. Good old castle drop of the petard rush. So, if you're going to build walls, especially stone walls, more of the story, make sure the walls work. Make sure they cover the entire area. Spend the time to make sure you can go through, especially if you're trying to fast castle into a very predictable unit. What is going to happen after this one? Now, this has been a lot of resources used. A lot of resources. But, it's going to be awesome. And there they go, there they go, there they go. And the castle's down. 3 to spare. And they keep going. Oh my goodness. That almost took out that TC right there. That has got to destroy Martin. Have destroyed Martin. I don't know what Martin does at this point, guys. He is currently past at 60. He has almost no food, no wood, no gold. He has no idea what he's going to go into. He's still building knights, but against that, you need something like a onager or something. So there you go. So it looks like he's producing more. That's good. Again, though, you need something like an onager to sort of keep those crossbows distracted. Now, the one thing you cannot do at this point is send those knights in. Those knights will die to the crossbows. Way too many right now. Way too many crossbows right now. So, 6 knights. Admirable. So it'll be like a charge of the light brigade. And 2 mangonels. I'll definitely be able to put some pressure on that TC. So look at this economy for Pat. He probably hasn't looked at it in a while, but he has 3,000 wood, 500 gold. Andre's going to just go straight in. And there's nothing this Cav can do against him right now. He's going to lose Cav. Nope. Look at that. 1 down. 2 Cav down. Now get the Cav away from the archers. Get them away. You cannot kill those. You can't win this fight. Nope. They're just going to die. Just going to die. Good job. Alright. What's happening over here? Well, it looks like we got a castle drop. Well, I wasn't paying attention. And it actually almost worked, it looks like. It required a little bit of a reaction on Pat's part. We have the 2 towers fully garrisoned. That's probably why he's been distracted. So what does Martian do at this point? Well, what's Pat do? Pat needs to... So Pat walks his archers too far in, but it looks like he'll definitely get what he needs, which is a couple of night kills. Knight's gonna run away, run away. Oh. So a mangonel or 2, or an onager or 2, and let's check over here Martin's resources. So Martin is pretty... solid on his resources, as in that he doesn't have too many of any resource. It is fairly balanced overall, but that also means that he doesn't have enough to go into something like a mangonel. If he had 2, maybe 3 mangonels right here, looks like he's trying to go there. That would definitely help this fight, because then Pat would have to be worried about the mangonels, not just the knights. Martin is building the knights slowly, though. He is losing his castle also slowly. This is keeping a number of Villagers occupied, but still not how you want to go. So he's abandoning his little farming outpost as well as his castle. And a little bit of a stalemate while they build up army and resources to go forward. Go back to Pat. So Pat has 4,000 food, or wood. So what should Pat probably be doing? Should probably be selling some of that. Sell some, get gold, make archers. And not a good choice here. Not enough cav, especially when they're going when the archers are going to a small area. Look at market resources right now. Yeah, so wood is at 49. You definitely still a lot of wood, and those cav are still going to die. When archers are built up like this, you need a lot of cav in an open field to be able to win. Cav themselves cannot go directly against archers unless it's maybe paladins or something. Even then, you'll still lose a lot to the archers. So past nesting builds forward to the castle. Looks like they might just be trying to knock it down, or maybe a misclick. Definitely trying to get some wood, it looks like. He doesn't need it though. He needs gold. So Martin's actually stuck around. He's not been totally destroyed yet. That being said, he is on the back foot. He is struggling heavily. He almost has enough stone for another castle, which could be good here. He's making, unfortunately, very poor choices when it comes to sending his units forward. And he should probably delete this castle now if he wants to save that. So Cav have 2 attack, 2 defense. Archers are sitting with 2 attack, 1 defense. And looks like Mark's got some cav in here. And what do they do right away? Oh wow, look at that. There is a hole in this wall. Unfortunately, there's also pikemen. Pikemen are getting some kills. Unfortunately, dirty little secret at this point in the game, losing a couple of hills is not a big thing. As long as you don't lose your economy, a couple of hills can hurt. Oh, nice shots right here. So we have 2 archers lost to 3. That's definitely coming out in Martin's favor. That being said, he needs more archers both to defend against archers that might be built, as well as to defend against those archers. Again, cav are not good capture archers. I do like the light cav choice. It's always annoying, but the light cabs do a good job of getting in and causing unwanted damage. You lose a couple, but that's just a little bit of food you're losing. They do a good job of harassing. They do not make good decisions, they would say, about who they fight, though. So, still just 6 range on these archers. Martin could stick a couple of bills in here and be perfectly okay with shooting those archers. That's how it's happening. It looks like he's giving up some room. 2 archers as they'll just run by because there is no one in there. He's got a defensive castle going up. Unfortunately, if he had, there we go. To get the archers in there, they'll cause the damage. This is also where a Mangonel, which he's getting out, would have done well. At this point, that is a bad choice for those knights. So those knights need to get away. Get away. They're just going to be destroyed right there. Yep. Destroyed. Looks like they're doing work on the archers, but he is losing a lot of resources in the meantime. A lot of resources. So interesting. That actually went a lot better than I thought. The 2 defense definitely coming in handy at this point. So yeah, a lot better than I would have expected. That pretty much means that Pat lost pretty much all of his army in that one spell. Martin could have been much more efficient about it. Again, if he had had that on or Magnet ready or finished walling up right here, so the archers couldn't get in, or had people in TC. At this point in the game, having 1 or 2 people in TC, if you're being challenged, is not a bad idea, just to keep that harass going on. That being said, Pat is Imperial Age. That is going to mean big trouble for Martin, because it means he can get Trebs out, and Martin is not anywhere near Imperial. He can sell a lot, but he is not anywhere near Imperial, and he has lost his main gold. Huge issue right there. That being said, Pat still has not, oh, no, let's say my wall, the hole. I thought the hole was right here, but it might have been right there. Martin does have some knights going forward. They're going to run into a lot of pikes, unfortunately. They're going forward, and Martin can now go imp if you want. Check to see what's in this castle. Yep, there's some chubs coming, and those could be trouble. So why are we seeing this game? We're seeing a lot of units being lost to just micro issues where Martin actually has done a really good job sustaining and holding on. But if he had been aware of what his people were doing, his units were doing, and been moving appropriately, he definitely would have retained a lot more. He also needs to think about what he needs to do to counter, because he's like running as a pikeman right here, and he will lose a lot of knights here trying to kill a Mangonel that was not attacking him. Right, the attack Mangonel was doing nothing. He's going to lose a lot of knights there just to go after that Mangonel. You should be thinking about skirms or something like that, because skirms will pretty much counter everything except onagers. They'll counter your eagles, they'll counter your pike, your halberdiers. Fire war. So you see the castle. Good job training the villagers. Well done. Okay, so get the villagers first. Eagles are coming in. Not a whole ton of knights, but onagers will still go after eagles. Maybe a villager here to heal your eagles. You gotta be careful about that. Oh, nice. Good job going after the trebuchet. The trebuchet just needs 1 or 2 more hits. There you go. And there you go. Well done. I fully expect this castle will still go up, but good defense at the point. And Martin is now castle 2. So, what can Pat see? Pat can't see a lot. He definitely knows something over here. Well, he sees a lot of the eco. Throwing Axeman, great choice against the House. Again, though, Martin has not presented any good counter. He has presented the Mangonels, but other than that, he hasn't had any decent counter against the archers, where you can just go your mass skirms. That's all you need. Mass skirms will absolutely destroy the plumed archers and even crossbows or arbalists. And they'll do well against, if they're upgraded, they'll do well against the halberdiers. So Martin going for his cav upgrade, his cavalier upgrade. Good choice for getting a stronger unit, but you're going into someone who has Halb. So unless the starting axemen are starting to come out strong, which looks like they are, that'll be an issue. Castle is starting to undergo fire. We'll lose the castle, so we gotta be careful about where you tell your units to go, because you'll lose something like that. He needs to repair the castle if he hopes to live for long, especially with now 3 chubs coming out, and it could be easily more coming later. So no, 4th one coming out soon. So he is getting the repairs done. Looks like he put up his chubs for some reason. Again, look at this. You're just using the cav. The cav's gonna go down for no reason. Makes me mad to see it times. You need to tell your people to go places that's safe. So throwing action, a good choice. At the same time, your cav are not a good choice. So that'll probably be GG at this point. I don't think Martin has much else he can do. He's almost out of gold, and he has continuous to make cav, running them into units that will kill them easily. Pat definitely has map control, and he's putting straight counters into where Martin's in second. You can send cav in all day long. It doesn't mean they're going to be effective. So like this, with 4,000 wood, 2,000 gold, or sorry, 4,000 wood, 2,000 food, he has enough resources to go full skirm. And he has lead skirmisher. And he can't get bracer or ring archer armor, but that's alright. He'll still be doing better than cav. So he's trying to desperately get some stone. Maybe do another drop over here. That'd be fun. Wouldn't actually do anything though, unfortunately. And Pat's seen it. That bright red showing up on the map. So it looks like Martin pulled some of his wood, got some food. But again, why are you doing stables, Martin? Your cav will do nothing. Gets me mad. Good castle. Pat. Looks like he's trying to do a desperation light cav run. The only issue is that this can wreck an economy. It cannot really destroy an army though, unless the army is simply a skirmisher. Even then, it's questionable. There's lots of skirmishers. So yeah, they're fun. They will not be able to do anything to Pat, at least that's long term. We've got the desperation castle up. Unfortunately, it's in the middle of nowhere, doing nothing, protecting no one, killing no one. Where's he sending these cav? Well, he's trying to send them up here where you have a stone wall. Meanwhile, the chubs continue to come down. And dying as they walk by the castle. This actually makes me wonder. So we have not had ballistics yet, so this is a good point right here. So Pat's fully upgraded all the attack upgrades. He does not have ballistics yet though. His archers would be a lot more efficient if they had ballistics. That being said, Martin does resign, and good game. Well done, Martin survived a lot longer than I would expected considering the aggression Pat had and where he chose to attack. Martin did a good job surviving, but yeah, you gotta make some decisions. You gotta be able to transition when necessary. So well done. So that's game one. So game one to Pat. Game two, we will check out. And